right, so this is the first time that we have tried to record a replay of a Qwibble game, and we thought the best way to start would be between the two founders here. So, in case you don't know, Andy and I are both married to each other and the co-founders of this game, and we have played more Qwibble against each other than I think anyone on Earth. So, it seems fitting to make this the first attempt at this. So, hello, Andy.
Oh, hi, Aaron. How are you?
I am doing well, and we're also drinking a very lovely champagne.
Cheers. Oh,
Um,
mine's weird in the background.
so what you see on the screen here is a replay feature that our son Casey built, which we are going to unveil to the public soon. But for now, we're just using it for these fun replays. So what we did is we played a game and we took some notes, and now we're going to go back through the game and talk about it. And like I said, we've played a whole lot of games over the last couple years, and this one, not to spoil anything, was a real doozy. This is our first attempt at doing this, and this is as good of a game as you can possibly hope for, I think.
A roller coaster of emotions, if you will.
Definitely a roller coaster. So let's say this before we start going through this, Andy. Regardless
hmm
of what happens here in this game
Yes.
that we know the outcome of, we should say that we're going to do this as a best of seven. I'm not saying anything. I'm not foreshadowing or anything. I'm just saying, for the purposes of good videos, this probably should be best of seven, right?
Sure. Sure. I'll smile and nod.
Okay, let's start. We're going to try and do this quickly here. So I swapped, which you can see down in the bottom here.
And
Uh,
why did you swap?
so I've had a lot of conversations with Qwibble players, including Enigma, who is currently the number one, and we're working on our list of best opening moves. But in general, it's definitely when you play bingo, which is all of your tiles at once, because those are safe. And beyond that, we have a lot of opinions, but I would say generally it's a shorter word that is difficult to pluralize or play on. But um, I had, and I wrote it down. So what you see here is what I got after I swapped, but I swapped two letters. I had the Wared and I had another W and A, which didn't help me. So I thought with the Wared, I was on the right path to getting a bingo, but I was not. But those are still good letters, so I'll take them.
Yep,
And
that's
so
a very
then,
nice draw.
yeah, that's good.
So,
That's a great to start.
yeah, my letters, I was looking to play something that could not be easily stolen off the first move. So I went with Glee. Had a couple of
Glee.
E's. Thought that was a good get some points on the board, start off strong early since he kind of passed his first turn
Yep.
um, in pursuit of the bingo. So I thought I was doing pretty well here.
And I have to say that I thought that you were doing well here too. I actually wrote down that this was a good move that could not be stolen easily. But I think what we both didn't realize, and part of the joy of being the inventors of the game is that people think that you're the best. And true, we have probably played more Quibble than most people, but we are mere humans, and you will see some of this as this game progresses here. So, uh, could Glee be stolen? Indeed,
Womp
it
womp.
and I only found this out by trying to play the D. So, and then I
Yeah.
wrote this funny note, which is I decided to play Daw instead of Wad because Wad could be turned into Wade or Weighted or Wader, i.e., easily stolen. But then I believe on this next move, I had a duh moment because Daw can become Dawn.
Yep.
So,
And I had two wilds at this point, two wilds and a whole bunch of single point letters. So it's just not great for getting a bunch of points on the board. So I
mhm.
had to steal, and thankfully I could take Daw and make it Dawn and added a little tuna.
Just a little bit of tuna.
Just a touch of tuna.
Yeah, this is an interesting hand that you have because it is good to have two wilds, but it is tough. You got to be careful
Yeah.
with playing them. But I think that's a valid use of a wild right there. You stole what, 6 points? Swapped
Pretty
it
good
from 10
swing.
to 6.
16-point swing. Pretty
Yep.
solid, pretty early in the game.
Um, And then what did I do here? Oh yeah, this took me 1 second of looking at these tiles, but I'm like, something there's a bingo in here somewhere, and lo and behold, remotes. Stealing tuna, that was what, a 17-point swing. All of these are safe. That was pretty good right there.
Yep. So I needed to lock down some of my big point tiles, and I went with OXO.
Let me see.
Yep, OXO.
Yeah, so at that point you're not stealing anything, but you're making the X safe. You know, it's a long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I think that was a really good move there.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you.
I have my notes here saying there's not a lot of great moves here. What did I do? Yes, so I played or, which I thought was good because if we look here, the W, I mean, you only have three tiles that could be stolen, and of those, the W is the most valuable. So that seemed like a good move to me.
Yep, that was pretty good. And I immediately thought, oh my gosh, I want to play Roar so badly. But I don't, but I didn't want to waste a wild on it because I couldn't
Uh-huh.
play anything vertically that would make that safe. But then there's also roars and roared, and I would just be wasting another tile. So I ended up with a tuck. Did a little,
Or a
oh
safe.
no, for a safe. That's right. I did a little
Yeah.
safe first.
Yeah, so you did use the second
I
wild
used the
there
wild,
for
but I at
five
least
points.
locked in some 5 points.
Yeah, that's true. You open up the other safe. Yeah, that's an interesting move. So now what are we at? 24-13.
Yeah, because if I had done art and roar, then any moment you could have taken all of
Yeah,
it
I could
away.
have taken
And at
either
least
direction
this,
there.
it's safe.
Yep.
Safety
Okay.
first.
Let's see what I do here. I think I play yin. Yeah, so at this point I have to play. I'm up by what was I up by? 11 points. Yeah, that's sort of the literally safe play for me there. So we've kind
Yeah.
of worked into routine. I think the excitement builds as we go along here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Anything?
then I do a little tuck.
Yep.
Found an
And I'm thinking,
opportunity for a safe cue, and I took it.
yeah, yep. And I noted when we were playing this that it's hard to make a queue so utterly safe when there's so much open board and so many tiles left to go. So that was a good tuck here.
Oh, thank you.
Uh, this is, I hope to say, nothing to steal here. I mean, I think there's literally nothing to steal here. So this becomes kind of an interesting move, but I'm up by 8 points, which isn't a ton. And I played this little tuck, or what I call an almost tuck, which not foreshadowing again. I mean, the words that I'm thinking of here are coho. I can't think of anything that goes off the beginning of rec. We played this obviously without any assistance. So I call this the almost tuck. And if you don't know what a tuck is, I made a video about Qwibble strategy that talks about a tuck, and it's just like this cue is tucked because you can't play anything on it. You can't steal it. It's safe, even though it's not on a safe tile. So yeah. All right.
Okay. So I have an S, but it's too early to play the S, and there's nowhere really great to play it. So I did kind of a throwaway move here. Got a couple points for it. I played a go. So
Yeah. That's good. Can't be
got the
pluralized.
G. Exactly. Not much to play on the front.
So something that I notice about my tiles now is I'm back to this beautiful ER and ED thing, which I always love. Um, I would say those are probably my favorite two-letter combinations aside from like a wild and an S. And it helped me to play Dawned, which was a big move here, steal the D and the A. Uh, yeah. So what do you got
Yep.
now?
What was my next one? I don't remember. Oh, I think I swapped. Did I swap?
Let's see.
Oh
No.
no. Oh, I played my
Oh,
S. That's
that's
right.
right. Yeah.
And I didn't have an I to play the XIS. I was just getting
Right.
desperate. Desperation. because I
Yeah.
was getting really far behind. So
Yeah,
pulled
you're
out
down
the
by
S.
14 there. I'd say that's a good Hail Mary S move. I mean, you get that W back. I think that W has now gone back and forth like 3 times in this game.
Hmm.
Okay. The note that I have here because I have RE is I'm so happy that redawned is not a word because Andy would kill me, but I got such good letters. I write grammatically well. So what did I do here?
Yep.
This, yeah, that's right. This
Hmm.
took me a second. I was looking at this, and in this configuration, it was hard to pull out tribute, but that one dawned on me. So this now is my second bingo. I'm up 42 to 25. I'm feeling good about
24
this.
save points. I'm feeling crushed and deflated.
And I think we're starting to talk that this is not going to be the best first replay video that we ever made.
Yep. It's looking like a rout at that point.
Maybe it will stay that way. We can dream.
Yeah. But I saw that little C down there. I was like, maybe something can happen with the C. So I tried all kinds of random combinations until something stuck. And
You
that
want a
was
safe C?
codon. Codon. So now I know that's a word I did not know before. That was trial and error.
And I said,
So,
codon. Um, we
yeah.
should look up what codon is.
We will
Yeah, I won't do
offline.
that. I won't do that in this video. I'm so
So
flustered
that,
by that I lost where I am in my notes here. I think I wadded up my notes and threw them across the room at this point.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the joy. Sorry, go ahead.
I wrote codon is a word, exclamation point, few. I'm still in it. Still in it.
Um, maybe I did get flustered here because well, first of all, I think this is one of the joys of Quibble, you know? It's like if you get these breaks that go your way because of the stealing and the gaining and the point swings, you can really come back. Yeah, but anyway, I might have been frazzled here because I have a note that said this is where I go brain dead for a couple moves. And what the reason I went brain dead is because I got so focused in what to do here that I wasn't really paying attention to this easy lineup for a safe tile. And I'd
Oh
say up
yeah.
six
Look at all
points
those
here.
word letters you could have made
I
safe.
know. Actually, I don't. What could I have done there?
Mm.
Eve. He is not
Yeah,
that.
even.
Even. That would have been the one. Even.
Hmm.
Yep. Or yeah. But I didn't. Um.
Veep is Veep a word? I think it is.
Yeah, it might be. So anyway, I mean, my thinking here is I also don't like the fact that I have two V's. Like I know X's and J's and Z's and all that are hard to play, but to me, really a V is one of the toughest. And the fact that there are two of them, there you can play VAV, I know, which is a good way to get rid of both of them, but there's no way to do that. So anyway, just to get my tiles back to something reasonable, which I did. Now I have an ING, I have an E and N, so that was safe. Just play a V.
Okay. So let's see. There's an open safe square. Will he take it? Nope, he tucked a V. So let's see. I found legit. Tucked a
Legit.
little G in there.
Yep, that's good.
Didn't think legit was a word or re-legit. No, too legit.
So so you didn't forget about the save square, you just didn't have something to play.
I didn't have anything good. I didn't
Yeah.
have very many, yeah, options there. So
So what could I have
tough.
done on it this time? I could have played even again. I could have played I don't know if I took the time to think about it. There, I now have the ing, so there's probably something there. There's something good I could
Hmm.
have played there, but yet again, I was so focused on the rest that I played another one of these little tuck kind of plays. 10, I stole the S. That was a nothing move. I'm only up by 11 points here. I think I could have done much better on this move right here. I kind of regret that one.
Yeah, and I was hoping by playing legit that I could keep open the OAR so I could play roar or
Right.
art and roar is what I wanted to play there.
Hey, at least I
But
blocked that.
you blocked it. I was like, darn it.
Okay. Well, in that case, I
Yeah.
take it all back. I was a genius. These were amazing moves I was making right here.
Yep. So I thought, what do we do next? Oh, what did I do next? Oh, I was going to play Orer, Oarer, but then I
Mm.
thought he probably had an S. So that would just end up being lining him up with an S for
Or
all
with
of
the R right
ors
here.
or yeah, and a safe square. So I didn't want to do that. So instead I did a little FE on his or no, I missed that note. I did ire.
Ire.
I decided that I should probably take the safe square and block that. So he didn't
Yeah.
realize it was there.
And this is where I have a note that Andy is taking an onslaught and surviving here. Like I felt like up until this point of the game, it was I had you backed into the corner and I was throwing the punches, but I looked up at the score and I was only up by 7 and I was like, wow. And the worst thing about this move is that there was nothing to play. Like this is one that I sat and looked at for a long time. And the question arose, is legits a word? Because what I end up playing right here is an H, which is just this dumb little tuck move that doesn't really help me in that close of a game. Like going up by 10, I literally didn't know what to do, but not using any outside assistance as we recommend doing. I, you know, it's one of those moments. Is legit's a word? I've never heard that word in my life. I, my thought is no. So safe little tuck.
Yep. And I think this is where I do the FE.
Yep.
Thought it was safe, and then I was like, oh shoot, nope, there's Rife and Cafe and Safe. So hopefully he
Life.
doesn't, yeah, life. Hopefully he doesn't realize that and he's preoccupied with other words.
Yep. Yeah, you can see from my tiles that there's nothing I can do about that. I definitely noticed that, but sometimes the luck of the draw. But yeah, it's interesting. So now you're back within 6, and I wrote this is a tight board in terms of being able to steal things. Like we've definitely made things pretty safe. There's a lot of safe things that can be played upon. There's this here.
Yeah, I had my eye on that for a while.
Yeah. So it took me a while to figure out what in here could be played on here, but eventually I got it. So now I'm back up by 14. I have 32 safe points to
Two safe
14.
points. I know.
So I,
Ugh.
I I am feeling good at this point. I have survived what I thought were my couple rounds of stupidity.
hmm let's see. What do I do next? I think I take
This
one
was
of
a
the
big move.
tucks. Yeah.
I have swear words in my notes on the next thing. So let's take a look at this.
Nav. I found a way to get that V.
Yep.
He was
So
very upset. And I wrote "wahaha" in my notes.
that's very fitting. I like it. That's
Uh-huh.
and I coined a new, or we put a new thing in the Qwibble glossary, which is what I'm calling a false tuck now. It's when you think you have a tuck that can't be stolen, but you're an idiot and it can't be stolen. So that was a tough move. That move actually really hurt. Like I said, I have profanity and exclamation marks in
Yeah.
my notes here, and
And now
now,
I'm only down by 3.
yep. So I think I took a long time. What did I say here? Okay, so again, I don't have a great play, but I can't play on this safe word here, and I sure as heck don't want to give her that. I could play like AN or ON or something here, but it's 3 points. It's not really worth it. So I went for just kind of a block, but it's more than a block because I steal the N. You can't play off the W, so these are safe. And I don't think you can re-gown or de-gown. Bless you.
Thank
Still
you.
sneezing during videos? Come on, man.
So professional.
We got to do the whole thing over again. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I thought all in all that was a pretty good move. And again, I just went up by double digits again. So that was my
Yep.
rebound right there.
Yeah. And I tried re-gown. That was not a
Yep.
thing. And B-gown, like bejewel, but no,
Yep.
that's not a thing either. So I end up swapping.
Swapping. Womp womp. That should be the sound effect for swapping.
Yeah. It's like, well, at least maybe I can get an S because there were still 2 S's out there. I haven't seen them. There were
Yep.
20 tiles left, so I swapped all my tiles in an effort to get one, and it worked. I got one.
Yep. That was a good swap. Actually,
Hmm.
what'd you swap again? I wasn't paying. Oh, so you swap like everything. I
Hmm.
might have kept the E and the R in that one, but if you're going for the S, yeah. But yeah,
Hmm.
the A and the C are rough. So I have that my next move is move 27, and games are normally 35 to 40 moves. So you have swapped. I'm about to go again.
Hmm.
I'm up by double digits. I feel good. But I definitely assume that because there are 20 tiles left, two S's still out there, that you have an S, and I'm right. So at this point, my mentality shifts to like, don't play anything that can be pluralized. And I don't think that there is anything as far as my knowledge
Yeah.
tells me that can be pluralized here. So I play a little fun word here, which I liked at the time. Didn't steal
Yeah.
much, but
And that's where I was going to play. So I was going to put the I where you put the I in ale, and I was going to put an A where you put the N. So I was going to have ale and ale going both ways so I could set it up for the J. So if you stole rail going one way or
you get the
whatever
J
else
the
you could
other.
do, or pale, I could
Yeah.
have gotten the J.
But you still play the J,
But I
right?
still played the J. I mean, you still set me
Yeah.
up for it.
Yeah.
So, but I
So
thought you had an S, and I thought maybe, just maybe, you could take jails. But again, I was down by so many points. I had to get up on the board there.
yeah, that was a bit of desperation. There's also, of course, Raj,
Hmm.
Taj. At
Yep.
some point I tried to play re-jail, and that's not a word. So
Mm.
that's interesting. So I made a video about S probability too, and I actually don't know what the S probability is here because you have one of them. So there's one
Hmm.
left. There's 16 tiles left. So I'd say the odds of me having an S are pretty good right there. So I don't
Yep.
know. That's a yeah. I mean, it worked for you because I didn't. Um, but here's what I wrote at this move. Because you played jail where I could steal it with an S, my assumption is now that you have both S's because I don't. So from this point on in the game, I am assuming that and playing very carefully. So um this would be the last moment to swap. Nope, I went too far in my notes. I don't know what I play here. Let's take a look. This must not have been that important. Oh yeah, so here
Oh,
I just play
yeah.
a little AL tuck up here. But again, I'm up 13 points. I have that is moved 29, so we're getting down there. 14 tiles left.
And I was sure that you were going to play jails. And when you didn't, I was like, well, shoot, I need to block the J at least one way. So I play
Oh, I'm asleep at the wheel here.
Psi.
Yep.
So I got rid of my C and my I, blocked the J. Still
Yep.
opened, thinking that he might have the S. I knew that would still open. But I
Yep.
was hoping since he hadn't played it, he didn't get one.
But now I also can't steal both of these.
Yeah. Yep. That was the other thing too. If he got one, he couldn't get the other.
And I also have that pluralization question of can is this pluralizable? And I don't know the answer to that, but it doesn't matter because I can't do it anyway. So um okay, so here
So I'm back within six.
you're back within six. Yep. So jail worked for you. That worked for you. I
Hmm.
mean, this little tuck, I don't know. I kind of regret that move now. And here I was having trouble figuring out what to do. I was wishing I had an S and I didn't. I now have the Z. And this is my last chance to swap because there are 11 tiles left and you cannot swap when there are 10 or less. So having the Z, I could have put it back out there, tried to stick you with it, but I see all of these vowels hanging out here. There's an A right here. I'm like, I can get rid of this Z. I'm fine. So I opt to play. And again, I'm only up by 6 points here. So, I think I kind of have to play it. But oh, yeah, sorry, I jumped. This was the move. I like this move. The B can be stolen. Uh, I got to play the word pube for the first time ever in Qwibble, which is hilarious. And yeah, I think that was a good move. I'm actually feeling good again here.
Yep.
I think I actually wrote and nobody watching this has any idea that you're going to win this. We haven't given that impression at all. But I wrote, "This is
Mm.
where I feel like I might win." So
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. And as he's doing that, I'm looking at my letters. Um, let's see. And thinking what I think here. I'm counting how many R's are left, how many E's are left. Looking at is uh Aston a word or Graston over here by the G off of legit, thinking of things that I can do. And then I start playing over by legit. I'm like, okay, I don't have a U to play usher if legit is a word. Uh, but
tell
gotta
me
hit
what.
it, hit it,
No, no, I don't want
hit
to.
it.
Oh, we're jumping ahead again. It's
Oh,
five
dang it.
you played.
Oh, I
There,
played five.
there's a good move coming up
Dang.
here.
Okay. Oh,
Well, it's
all right.
fine.
Mine.
So I play
Yeah.
okay, and the reason I play okay here is because we forgot to point out the unplayed tiles here. This is not available when you play the game, so we don't know this. But I counted the W's and saw that there were no. You couldn't play walk at least, so I felt like this was fairly safe.
Yep.
So I felt good, and now I'm up by 18 again. So
Yeah. And
okay,
I try
so
talk
now
and talk and dock
yeah,
and
right.
rock. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no, I have another O.
And this is yeah,
And
this is
this
this
is
one.
where I took. I took the
Yep,
okay.
you
Okay.
yep, you took it all right. Um,
Yay.
so now we're close again. Um, and at this point, yeah, I put REC and I chose so I could have played something here. Like I had a U and an E that play off the T. I don't know what it is, but there's a mule or something. I could have done that. And now I'm thinking, should I have done that? But I'm up by 6. There's one tile left, and you cannot really beat me without stealing tiles. So I think it's more
Yeah.
important to get points than to get safe points or to steal your points. So this is a big one sticking out here. So I took that. And what's funny is that was move 35, and I'm still feeling on top of the world right here. 0 tiles left. I have this many left, and I'm up by.
And I have two S's and nowhere to play them. There's nothing I can pluralize. Like he has played that so well.
Yep.
You did
Yeah,
a good
this was
job.
locked up. If
Yeah.
if
It was
legit
totally locked
cannot
up.
be pluralized, as we've discussed a couple moves ahead,
Hmm.
you're in trouble right here. That's the end of the game.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I would consider this next move to be one of the most epic moves in the history of the Aaron and Andy Qwibble battles that have stretched over a couple of years. So there you go, Brasher.
Yep. Brasher.
That was a hell of a thing, and that is the
Thank
second
you.
time I have profanity and exclamation marks in my notes here.
Yep. 13-point
Um,
swing. I'm up within 1 point.
yep.
And I only have 4 tiles left, and they are so easy to get rid of.
Yep.
So I
Oh
wrote
yeah,
legits as a
dibs.
word with a smiley face. And then in my next one, I wrote, I think I can go out in the next move. He needs a big one here. He's sweating a bit. He was tapping his foot. He was getting really anxious. I could tell he had some really hard letters and he wasn't going to be able to play them all in one move. So I was feeling pretty solid about this one. As long as he didn't play where I wanted to go out, I was feeling
So
pretty good.
I have like the completely opposite notes at this point in the game. And again, we're not able to look at these unplayed tiles here, but had we been able to do that and I could have seen that you had dips, I would have known that the end had come for me. But all of my thinking and notes right here are about the end game because I'm in the exact opposite situation as you. I have a Z, I have a U, I have some weird stuff. And I know that I gotta go out into, assuming you can't go out in one, which you can, I have to go out in two. But I gotta play this Z, right? So I'm thinking I could play zine here, but you could pluralize it. Um, I could do a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. What did I do? Because it doesn't matter. So I played zine here. I left the Z open, But I'm thinking now I have MUL, which I can now play mule right here, or no, I can't play here. I could play mule right here. So that's my end game. And at this point, I'm up by 11 points. And for the 5 billionth time in this game, I feel like I have this one in the bag. This is almost my reach out and shake your hand moment. That's it.
Yeah, but I knew he didn't have 87 points, and you can't win Qwibble if you don't have at least 87 points. And I was going to be able to go out and barely eke out a win.
So let's
And the disappointment
so
was
let's do the math
palpable.
real quick on this one.
Yeah.
So like you said, there's 173 total points. You need 87. So which means if I don't have 87 and you go out, you win, right? So that was it.
Yep.
Even though you're down by 11 points, you're stealing my MLU.
Yep.
It's amazing. That was a heck of an ending. That was a heck of a game that goes down in the what's the word? The annals of the
Mm.
the history of our matchup. And how
Yeah, it
many
was
games
really
do you think we
exciting.
played against each other?
Oh man. Well, can't we get that information from the app? Our all time?
We could. All right. Well, if this video ends up on YouTube, we'll put it as a comment or something. So
Yeah.
anyway, congratulations on your
Thank you very
victory.
much. Thank you very much.
That was a good game.
It's well fought.
And I just want to say Brasher, that is one of the best Quibble moves in the history of me playing Quibble at least. So
Yeah.
way to go.
Felt
Way
pretty
to
good
go.
about it.
And I think I
That's
heard
why
you at
it's
the
fun.
beginning. You agreed to play best of 7, right?
Nope. Taking this win to the bank.
We'll never play again. We'll never play a single game again.
Exactly.
I'll just be
You're
here with my
done.
wine. Don't worry about
Yeah,
me.
me too. All right. Well, cheers to a
At
great
least this is
game.
good. Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks for watching.